So we were discussing what to do next for our Mount Rushmore series. And we started discussing about handsome men, and I think everybody has a little bit of a man crush. So we're wondering who would be on the Mount Rushmore of man crushes. So that's kind of what we're getting into today. Is who would be on our Mount Rushmore of man crushes?
Well, I know
And
this favorite topic of yours for some reason.
oh, for sure.
Never really understood it, but I do get it. I do get it. So I,
Do you accept it?
I, yeah, I still love you. Yes, yeah,
Thank you.
doesn't matter. So yeah, we talk about man crushes. I think this first started. I was telling you that one of my first was William Shatner from Star Trek. I just thought Captain
Right.
Kirk was cool. He always got the woman,
Yeah.
so we had that certain someone we looked up to, definitely when we were younger, and it continued, to this day, right?
Yeah.
So,
And we talked about the James Bond series.
oh yeah, yeah,
Uh,
definitely. Everyone has their favorite Bond, right?
mhm.
Mine was Roger Moore because I just thought, he's handsome. Uh, he's not the best Bond by any means, but by God, he was handsome. Pierce Brosnan certainly among the handsome Bonds.
Yeah. Pierce Brosnan, and then Roger Craig. We both agree is. I don't think he's traditionally handsome, but he's a really good Bond.
He's probably the best Bond, but no, he's no Roger Moore, he's no Pierce Brosnan, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay,
Right.
but I mean, there's guys, right? There's guys that you think, oh Jesus, man, I wish I looked like that guy. You
Yeah. Of course.
you can
And
talk.
then as a guy, it's uncouth to talk about this kind of stuff, but every guy talks about this kind of stuff. So we just thought we'd put it out there.
Well, I don't know that all
Uh,
guys talk about it, but they definitely think
oh, maybe,
it.
maybe they don't.
They definitely think it, right?
They think it, yeah.
So let's kick it off. I mean, so obviously, I'm a lot older than you. I'm a boomer. Uh,
Yeah,
Growing up, I thought Cary Grant was the epitome of cool. He was
sure.
funny. He was handsome. He grayed in the right way. When he
Right.
went gray, it was like super cool. Not
Yeah,
too many guys can pull that off.
sure. And like James Dean was in that, I
Oh,
think the same kind of time
oh, dude,
frame,
dude,
right?
yeah. So when you talk old school, you're talking James Dean, Montgomery Cliff, those kind of guys. Although I'm not that old, people, but I do recognize. I mean, James Dean, Montgomery Cliff were certainly gorgeous human beings. But we get more modern day. To me,
Well, who was really good looking before the talkies? So
well, I think okay, Robert Redford to me is one of the best looking men,
obviously,
but Robert Redford like begat Brad Pitt, right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Brad Pitt looks like a younger Robert Redford. I mean, good looking dude, right?
yeah. Of
George
course,
Clooney looks like a younger Cary Grant to me.
that's true. I think you just mentioned three of our top four
Yeah, but
right away.
you look at like Leo DiCaprio. I think that's more for girls. I've never really thought he's all that good looking, but I know the women do, and you can see it.
Sure,
You
he's a
know,
good looking guy. Obviously, his 19-year-old girlfriend tings so.
yeah.
Um,
Well, anything under 25 or is 26. I think
oh
26
yeah, he
is the
has an
magic
age
number,
limit for
right?
sure.
You can look at one of the guys I thought was sexy coming out, Colin Farrell.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God, Colin Farrell was a good looking dude. Plus, he had that
oh yeah.
Irish accent. Jesus.
He's a dirty sexy.
Oh,
He's
he
the
is,
Irish,
right?
the dirty Irishman that you can smoke and drink at a bar with.
Oh,
It's
you
perfect.
definitely want to have a beer with that.
Wonderful.
I mean, you probably have to have a Guinness, well, unfortunately, but
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
no, you could actually have an Irish whiskey, which would be fine.
Speaking of the Brits, Henry Cavill. Uh,
Henry Cavill,
ooh,
he's too good looking.
right?
He's like weirdly too good looking, and
Yeah, almost too
oddly enough,
pretty.
I think he's a nerd. But
Almost, yeah, right. I've heard that, but he is almost too pretty.
yeah,
Speaking of which, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh God, yeah,
That's a pretty man. That's a pretty
yeah.
man.
Again too handsome.
Yeah,
Uh, it's almost like they're the biggest pretty boys. I don't like that style. He's still very pretty.
yeah.
He's very handsome.
We're talking about.
Idris Elba would be
Oh,
more my
oh,
style.
yeah.
He's a
Classic,
rugged, handsome
classic.
type. Yeah,
He could do an American accent like nobody's business.
you
Like him
can.
a lot. But
Yeah,
speaking of the Brits, well, the Aussies, Chris Hemsworth,
yeah,
the better
yeah.
looking of the two Hemsworth brothers.
Yeah,
There might be more of them. I don't know, but Liam and Chris are the ones we know, right?
sure.
God, I mean, Thor. Come on,
Yeah, yeah.
that
It's
body.
hard. It's hard to beat a comic book character.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding.
I mean, seriously. Chris Evans as Captain America. Uh, Comic book characters are a phenomenon for like guys in general, I think. But
Yeah, but
it's just RDJ is really good looking. But
he is talented too. But yeah,
yeah, very talented.
uh, us look at Denzel Washington.
Yeah, of course. Good God.
To me, so it's
Presence alone.
not so much a guy you want to have a beer with, but it's like a guy so talented as
Yeah,
well. It kind of elevates his natural beauty, right?
of course. Yeah. Uh, he Denzel is just striking in every way,
Right.
really, and you kind of want that charisma,
No kidding.
and that's kind of as you talk about man crushes, you kind of look at charisma, like who has it, who doesn't. It's not necessarily about all looks, but
Right.
uh,
So that brings in guys like, say, Ryan Reynolds, who I don't think is necessarily handsome, but with his charisma,
yeah,
definitely so. Definitely so.
he's he's funny. He can pull.
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
one of those things. Like, and he's a good looking guy. I'm not saying he's not, but just you know, that's kind of how you want. What do the kids call it? Riz now,
Yeah, Riz. Ryan
or
Gosling has that as well. I think he's
Ryan
kind of in that
Gosling's
same
really,
vein, right?
yeah,
Um, but I kind of go old school.
yeah.
I'm a big Michael Douglas guy.
Michael Douglas,
Oh,
classically handsome.
oh my God! When
Um,
uh, Basic
who-
Instinct, that dude was,
Basic
you
Instinct,
could see it. You could see.
and he pulled Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh,
The boy's bad.
yeah,
He's hidden on Wall Street and everything. He taught Charlie Sheen, who's another decent looking guy,
yeah,
everything he knew. And then Michael Douglas is the bomb.
yeah. A couple dudes that kind of go under the radar, but Blair Underwood.
Yeah.
Um, that dude's too pretty. I mean,
And yeah, so oddly enough, how do you know him?
I know him from Sex and the City.
Okay, so here's the problem. So
He was on a
this is how we
he
start
was
these
on one of the
conversations
doctor
because we
shows.
watch Sex and the City.
He was on one of the doctor shows too, but I know him from Sex and the
The
City.
doctor shows.
Yeah,
I think he was a doctor in Sex and the City too, by the way.
I believe he was. So
And he was
obviously,
with Miranda, but
he
whatever.
doesn't have a whole lot of range, but yeah.
But whatever. We're not going to get into Sex and the City how Miranda screwed over Steve.
No,
Let's not get into that.
no. Another dude, Rene Jean Page, the guy from
Yeah,
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
He only lasted one season because he knew he was destined for bigger, better things.
Yeah,
That dude was handsome. That dude was handsome.
yeah. Lenny Kravitz.
Oh God, Lenny Kravitz.
Uh,
He was in the Handsome
he's not
Men's
even. He's
Club.
not just handsome. He's just like you're kind of just attracted to the dude. I mean, what can you say?
And he's so talented. But he was in the Handsome Men's Club, man. You can't
Oh yeah, that's
forget
right.
him
Yeah.
there. Uh, some older school guys, Sam Elliott.
Oh, Sam Elliott. He can just talk to you,
It's his voice,
and
right? It's his voice,
you'll
the
drop.
mustache,
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
hair, the whole
Yeah.
bit. Holy crap!
There's nothing. There's nothing not to like.
No, no. Along that same vein, and maybe from the same movie, Tombstone, Kurt Russell is always.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's obviously one of our favorites. Uh, if you can pull off Wyatt Earp,
Oh
uh, you're kind of the man.
yeah,
And in the same movie, really, I think we know Val Kilmer was amazing Doc Holliday.
and a good-looking dude in his own right, especially in his youth.
Exactly.
Val Kilmer. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So if you mention Val Kilmer, you got to mention Tom Cruise.
Sure.
Tom Cruise, I never, but the movies he was in made him macho, made him handsome.
Yeah. I'll still remember him from Outsiders. I don't know if you remember this movie, but
Yeah.
him, Rob Lowe was in that movie,
Oh,
who's another
Rob Lowe.
handsome guy. Patrick Swayze was another handsome guy, was in The Outsiders, and they were the greasers. So that those are kind of the thoughts when you start thinking about men.
Well, if you want to talk about men, let's talk about Latin lovers. Pedro
Sure.
Pascal.
Oh yeah, man.
He is everyone's daddy right now, right?
Yeah, he's just charming as shit. I mean, there's nothing, there's no way around it, right?
A little older school, Antonio Banderas.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Yeah.
Known him since Zorro.
Yeah.
The dude's phenomenal.
And I I don't want to out you, but I'll name a personal crush of yours, Jude Law.
Jude Law, yeah. Oh yeah.
Unconventionally handsome.
Just charming as shit.
Oh God.
I just remember him in Alfie, which is a great movie. And now he happened to sleep with my crush Nia Long in that one, but whatever.
Yeah.
He was just charming as hell in that one, so that's why I like Jude Law.
Yeah. Well, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. Handsome.
Ben Affleck, very kind of ruggedly handsome because in a like movies like The Town or The Accountant or stuff like that. I mean, uh, obviously we don't know these people. It's just the personalities they portray. I thought that was they seem kind of cool.
My greatest thing of Ben Affleck is the photos of him walking J Lo to the car, and his look of just, oh my God, I'm so bored. That
Yeah,
that to me
and here's the thing.
is
So this
like
is
the ultimate dude, right?
yeah, this is how dope he is. He broke up with J Lo
Yeah,
and then got back together with her.
yeah,
So J Lo wanted some more. I mean, come on,
yeah.
that's he's a
That's
real
J
deal.
Lo. Yeah. A couple older dudes that I kind of forgot. Paul Newman.
Oh, Paul Newman, yeah,
If you
sorry,
mention Robert Redford, you got to mention Paul Newman,
of course.
and one other, Harrison Ford. I mean,
Yeah, not classically handsome, but just the personality alone
but
is.
Harrison Ford kind of is in that same Brad Pitt, Robert Redford, the blondish dudes,
Oh, sure,
especially in Raiders of the Lost Ark and Star Wars. I mean, so it's like, he was the dude. He was the dude. But listen,
yeah.
this is getting kind of embarrassingly long list for
Yeah, that's the
straight,
problem.
straight dude.
We talked about this beforehand, and we're like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, we don't want to leave anybody out." But then we're like, "Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's like how
We don't
many
want to
hot
leave out
dudes
man
can you name?
crushes."
Stop it. Stop naming
So
hot dudes. Yeah.
list the fucking list.
Okay,
Jesus.
okay. The top four, the Mount Rushmore. First of
Yeah,
all, it starts with Robert Redford because
I think so.
this guy was the epitome of cool. The way we were, barefoot in the park. I mean, this guy was the ultimate handsome dude. He
Yep,
got turned down for a movie role one time because the director said the character gets dumped, and just no one's ever going to believe that he gets dumped, right?
correct.
So yeah, he was out. That's how hot he is, and
Yeah,
I think uh, when you look at him, he looks like a much younger version, but the exact same dude is Brad Pitt.
yeah,
Uh, Brad Pitt looks like a young Robert Redford, but they're just both so classically handsome. I mean, I think they're on the Rushmore, yeah.
right. Yeah, obviously.
And we kind of argued about this one, but I think we decided to put George Clooney on there.
Yeah, we did.
I thought Cary Grant, but I get it. He's older, but Clooney to me is a younger Cary Grant. But I mean, Clooney, he's funny. I definitely want to have a beer with this dude. I love his prank style. I love
Yeah,
everything about George Clooney, right?
yeah, for sure.
And then you mentioned him earlier, Idris Elba. I mean,
Yeah,
the man is rugged. He can do The Wire. He can do
yeah,
anything he wants to do. They talked about him being Bond. I don't know if that's over yet or not, but
yeah.
I think it should
But he would
happen.
be a great Bond, I
He'd
think.
be a great Bond. Oh my God, he'd be a great.
He's really talented and really good looking,
Yeah,
bastard. But yeah, I think that's a solid man crush Mount Rushmore, don't you
yeah.
think?
A little bit embarrassing. The list that we named is too long, but again, so Brad Pitt, Robert Redford, George Clooney, Idris Elba, these guys, probably the Mount Rushmore, I think, for right now of man crushes. If you
Yep.
disagree, argue away. Let's have at it.
And please disagree. So we're not the only ones out here thinking like
Yeah,
this.
tell me you guys think like this as well, for God's sake.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.